Donkey Kong Country is an incredible game that doesn't need any sort of introduction. The graphics, the levels, the music, this game is a masterpiece, and one of the best Super Nintendo games ever created. Chances are, if you're a gamer, you've played it. Hell, even if you aren't a gamer, you've probably played it. But what about that time a joint venture between a French and Canadian studio resulted in a completely computer-animated Donkey Kong Country musical? Yep, you heard that right. I'm not joking at all. Back in the mid-90s, I went through a point where my local video store was one of those half-assed convenience store / video store type of deals. I didn't have none of that Blockbuster shit. This was one of those places where there was like a 50-50 chance that someone's probably gonna shove a knife up your ass or something. Anyway, they never brought in any new shit. It was always obscure stuff that you've probably never heard of. But when I saw Donkey Kong Country, the movie, or at least what I thought was the movie, and what was marketed as a movie basically, I was like, yes! Take all my money, which equated to like $2 back then because I was a broke, stupid little rat. So, The Legend of the Crystal Coconut isn't really a movie. It was actually 4 episodes from the Donkey Kong Country TV series that ran for 2 seasons after it aired back in 1996. The central theme that connected these episodes was basically just the Crystal Coconut and a really annoying pirate named Scurvy who desperately wants said coconut. Of course his fucking name is Scurvy. I'm surprised they didn't just call him Pirate. Many of the series' signature characters make appearances throughout the show, but in the movie we get Donkey Kong, Diddy Kong, Grumpy Old Bastard Kong, King K. Rool, among others. Every single one of them is annoying. Like, really, really annoying. And why the fuck is Donkey Kong so damn thick, my boy? Look at that luscious ass, god damn! And those sexy DSLs he's sporting on that face. Where's all the DK Rule 34 at? No, forget it. Forget I even said that, I don't want to know. This show was also one of the first television shows, along with like Reboot, that used entirely CGI animation from start to finish. And god does it ever show. I mean, you can tell what they were going for here visually. It clearly looks very similar to the graphics from the Super Nintendo game, and I'll applaud them for that. It's pretty cool to basically see one of your favorite games moving around on a TV like this. But they also used motion capture, and it's fucking terrifying seeing these weirdly proportioned apes and reptiles moving around so smoothly. And couldn't they have double-checked to make sure this dude's goddamn belly button was actually attached to his body before putting the seal of approval on this scene? I mean, come on. So remember how I said this movie was a musical? I hate to say this. I truly, truly hate to say this, and the fact that I have to say this makes the very core of my being hurt. The songs are actually really, really painfully, sickeningly catchy. I mean, just listen to some of these, and I apologize for still humming this crap a week from now.
I wanna know the secrets that the crystal holds and all the magic power that it brings.
When I was a young lad, my father said to me, Ireland and here and learn some pirate history. Once a fearsome pirate ruled the 7 seas. He was your great-great-great-grandpappy Queen Scurvy.
Maybe if I hurry it won't be too late. I got to give it the old banana try.
Gotta bring it back.
Gotta get it back, take it back.
Gotta scoff it back. Gotta give it back, take it back.
Move over, Disney, you got some competition. I should mention, though, that the entire show wasn't a musical. It just so happened that the ones featured in this movie were. Look, take off the nostalgia goggles and the show is stupid. It has not aged well at all. When I was a kid, this was some of the best shit I ever saw, but trying to watch this as a 26-year-old, it's a lot harder than it looks. It's very childish, except for this line, which is really weird that that's even in there.
Oh, that's a good one, matey. Me great-great-great-grandpappy, may he rot in hell.
All the characters are obnoxiously stupid and ridiculously loud, and the way they move all smoothly and shit, it's just nightmare fuel. I more or less just wanted to bring attention to the fact that yes, there was in fact a Donkey Kong Country TV show, because it's one of the few shows based on a game that barely anyone seems to remember. And I'm all about that nostalgia, even if it hurts.
Freedom.